Mr Stewart. It's a pleasure to serve under your chair, and I want to thank the honourable member for Colne Valley for bringing this debate. And it's interesting that 3 of the 5 backbenchers speaking are from Dorset. I don't know what that says about our population, but there we go. I should firstly register the fact that my daughter is currently under... very happily.
I will answer her question. As one of my favourite facts about Dorset is that if we were a country, we would be the oldest country in the world by population age. So we're older than Japan.
My neighbour and friend is absolutely correct. We have the Jurassic Coast, but we also are the oldest county. My daughter is currently undertaking a PhD in the causes of Parkinson's, and I should also declare that I am a member of the APPG on Parkinson's. Whilst life expectancy for those living with Parkinson's is now much improved, the quality of life for everyone is deeply impacted, as they're incredibly vulnerable to falls and infections, limiting their ability to work, and the recent changes to PIP are causing deep distress to the community, and I look forward to hearing how the government will recognise the needs of those with fluctuating neurological conditions with their assessments. However, I want to focus on the issues of treatment and care for patients. There are 216 people currently registered as living with Parkinson's in my constituency of Mid Dorset and North Poole, and I've been told that there is virtually no service of specialist nurses or an active phone line support within my community, leaving vulnerable people isolated and at higher risk of traumatic, expensive and often unnecessary hospital admissions. As the Minister will be aware, an absolute diagnosis of Parkinson's is only possible post-mortem, so I pay tribute to the work of the Brain Bank at Imperial and also a similar MND Brain Bank at their institute at King's College London. And therefore we rely on specialists to focus on the symptoms to make a diagnosis. But there is a significant problem, which was explained to me this week by a GP at Walford Mill Surgery in Wimborne when I spent the morning shadowing his surgery. He told me that wait times for diagnosis for Parkinson's can be more than 6 months. And so experienced GPs who are able to prescribe medications have a dilemma. They could help their patients by prescribing medications to reduce the symptoms, but in doing so make it more difficult for the specialists to diagnose the condition. And if the referral to treatment times were dramatically improved, GPs could ask people to wait. But with the current delays, it seems a cruel thing to ask both those living with the symptoms and their family doctor to do that. Which takes me to my next point, the lack of neurologists. The UK is 44 out of 45 countries in Europe for the number of neurologists per head of population. And the waiting list for neurological conditions now stands at a staggering 232,994 people. According to Alzheimer's research, neurological conditions are the leading cause of global ill health, with 3.4 billion people suffering a neurological condition. So it seems even more crazy that we have this problem. And not only this, but Parkinson's, along with other neuro conditions like functional neurological disorder and achalasia that I've previously raised, require multidisciplinary teams to look after them. And local NHS systems are just not set up to do this properly. So I want to ask the Minister if he will ensure that the NHS 10-year plan will deliver ways of working that will support such conditions. Finally, to touch on prescription charges, I know this has been raised before, but the list of conditions for free medication has not changed since 1968, and it is shocking that Parkinson's is not one of those conditions. My constituent Carol, who was diagnosed aged just 46, is finding this really tough and believes, as I do, that a full review of these conditions for working-age people should be undertaken now. And the final word must go to 2 of my constituents. Malcolm from Wimborne said, "I have suffered from Parkinson's for 10 years. It has changed my life completely for the worse. I cannot speak. I have frequent falls. We need better support." And Danielle, also from Wimborne, said, who was diagnosed at 38, "This is becoming more common in younger people, and the impact of this disease on my life is immeasurable. It's more than a struggle, it's a fight every day. We need these issues addressed urgently to help reduce the burden, and I hope that the Minister will be able to offer us some comfort."